Hi. How is it going out there? Let me know when you get here. Thank you so much for those of you who are joining me for some Wind Down Wednesday. How has your week been? Yay, nay, somewhere in between? I gotta know. I'm feeling pretty good. Normally, like when the cool weather hits, I'm like, let's, burrito this and like not come out till it's warm again. But I'm feeling reinvigorated. I don't know about anybody else. So am I alone here? Oh, on vacation. You are joining us from vacation. Thank you so much, Patrick. I appreciate it a lot. Hey, Kate. I still have. Okay, so your gift has made it as far to my car now. So next time I'm out and about, you are getting your gift. All right. So also, as with every Wednesday, let me know what you're drinking. Cocktail, mocktail, water, wine, whiskey. All right. It doesn't matter. Join us for Wine Down Wednesday. Let us help you get over the hump. All right. So you can do the hump. Sadly, drinking Coke tonight, but early. This vacation has been drink called Do Me. Do Me. I need to get a Do Me. Oh, water. All right. I'm breaking into one of my usuals. I love the red skies at night from Stormalong. I can't get enough of this. And it's cider and it's fall. So cheers to all of you. All right. Mm. Mm. All right. So I have to give like the triple X warning, the whole shebang, just in case anybody is new. All right. This is not for viewers under the age of 18. Just please don't. All right. If they're around, put in some earbuds, walk away. This is some you time. This is some adult time. We're going to talk about things that I can't legally talk to them about. Okay. And my language, not always the gentlest on the ears, right? Okay. I promise to be gentle as you want me to be, but not when it comes to my language. Okay. Only here for a short bit. The questions. Okay, so I will shoot the questions out for those of you also that are new. I ask 2 questions every Wednesday. You can answer none, one, or both. All right, and as many questions as you answer, that's how many entries you get into my monthly giveaway. Free shit for having some fun. All right, so our PG question, if you're going to answer, go ahead and put PG and then your answer. You can always message us the answers. Watch and comment when you get back. Yes, do that. So the PG question is, what is the next big purchase like item on your list? All right, on your to-do list. Is it a vacation? Is it, I don't know, a car? Like, what's your next big goal, big purchase goal? All right. And then our triple X question, right? We always got to get saucy up in here. I don't know why I sang it like that. I'm sorry in advance. But our triple X question is, what is one accessory or form of self-expression or clothing item or body part that you find sexiest? All right. So accessory, body part, self-expression. It could be somebody's hair, that sort of thing. House with room for boink items. How to build a sex room. How to build corsets. Ooh, I love that. We have 3 corsets listed on the website right now, but I plan to add so many more. PG, a house. Yes. All right. My PG answer. We are looking at updating our kitchen and our bathroom, like full responsible adults and stuff. So that's kind of annoying. Yeah. Adulthood. Meh. Okay. And triple X, sexy accessory or body part or something. I'm going with tattoos. I think tattoos are wicked sexy, but I've also been binge watching Ink Masters. So, hashtag Ink Masters, ink is sexy. All right, so there you go. I will repeat the questions as we continue on. That's hard because it changes as things in life change. Yes, our sexual appetites, our sexual interests, our fetishes, they can always be changing and growing. So go ahead, pick what's important to you now. Right now, just being around your partner, that's sweet. Aww, we can get lovey-dovey up in here. That's fine. It doesn't always have to be spankings and rope. I mean, it can be, but we also, we're also kind of cultivating love underneath all the crazy, right? Okay, so tonight we are going to talk about signals, all right? What signals are you sending out, or what are the signals that other people are sending out that you may be missing? Like, what? Okay, right over your head. Kind of important. And you might be surprised about some pretty vanilla, average, run-of-the-mill stuff that you didn't realize was a private conversation happening only between the people in the know around you. All right. So let's talk signals. I also, before I totally jump in, I have two things I want to say. First, I have Post-its that are reminding me to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when we go live or post new videos. My helper is a little excessive, people. So make my helper happy. Go ahead and hit the buttons wherever they may be. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Otherwise, I may end up buried in Post-its. Okay? Wow, that's okay. Anyway, so the other thing I had a question about is a couple people have come to me and they said that they do want to share this information with people around them, but they're not sure how. So I put it to you. If you wanted to share like sexual wellness, if you wanted to share Boink or these YouTube videos, these weekly wind downs, how would you go about it? How would you present that to somebody like on a silver platter? Here, have some sexy tips? How would you word that? I mean, time and place always got to be appropriate in that respect, but let me know because I'm not sure. For myself, I say that this is my profession. This is what I do. I'm a sexual wellness coach. And then people usually inquire more about that. But for somebody, day to day, that could be a little awkward. So, all right. Signals. I could teach you some sign language. All right. This means the F word. And this means the B word. But those aren't the kind of signals that we're talking about. Do any of you know any signals out and about? All right, so I'll give you an example. Hi, Dory. We're talking signals tonight, sweetheart. All right, signals. So I'm going to give you an example. This is one that a lot of my 80s, 90s kids may know. All right, and there was this idea in the 80s or 90s that if a gentleman fellow had a particular ear pierced, it was a signal about his sexual preferences. All right. We're going to go into more detail about that, but I'm wondering if there's any signals like that. Stickers you can put on your car, things you can put on your house. What are things that are signals that you can do to talk about your preferences, to get the information to the right people without running around saying, I'm into foot fetish down the street? I mean, hey, if that's how you want to do it, great, but not everybody's 100% on board with that. So, this information, there's a thing about an upside down pineapple. Bingo, bango. We're going to talk about the pineapple for sure. This information is really important because we are raised in a culture where we don't talk about sex. All right. We don't talk about it in a healthy way. We instill fear. A lot of information is left out. It can be difficult. Upside down triangles. Ooh, yeah, that's one. And now all I can think of is that Tinky Winky from Teletubbies. I don't know why I need to make myself look like a weird monkey to try and show you what I'm talking about, but that's why you guys watch this shit. So, okay. We are in this culture where we don't talk about that stuff. But as human beings, we need to, we want to, we need that connection. And how else are we going to find somebody that's into the same weird shit that we are, right? We need that connection. So these signals can be really important. All right. Without anybody having to awkwardly say things. All right. Who talks nowadays? It's all texting. So a lot of this started, all right, with something called flagging. Does anybody know what flagging is? If you do, comment it, chat it, let me know. Flagging. Now, flagging really picked up, as far as we can tell, nobody knows exactly for sure when it started, but probably late 70s or so is when it became really big in LGBTQ, all right? You got your girl Caitlin in Connecticut is trying to comment and nothing is popping up. Oh no! She has a galaxy. She's been having trouble every week, so I'm gonna have to hit her up. We're gonna have to get together, have some coffee, and figure out what is up with that girl's phone. All right? Does she not own a computer? All right. I know people usually just use their phones nowadays. Tablet, something. So flagging started in the 70s or 80s, early 80s in the gay clubs. All right. Now, keep in mind that homosexuality was not like run-of-the-mill topics of conversation. A lot of times you only went to these clubs if you knew where they were, if you knew what they were, if somebody introduced you into that environment, and you usually snuck out and hoped nobody saw you. Homosexuality was illegal for a long time. She says she loves you. Oh, I love her too. So that's where something called flagging came about. Now, nobody said that they know what flagging is. So I wish I had a hanky, because it's also called the hanky code. All right. The hanky code, the handkerchief, the bandana code. Now, flagging is a way of telling people what you want or are into based on simply putting something visible in your pocket. I guess I do need to flash my bum up in here. So what you would do, tissue paper. There we go. I'm going to have to look up and see what this color means later on. All right. So it might be mirrored for you. Okay. But the idea is that you place a hanky. I love the hair and makeup tonight. Thank you so much. The hair's totally new. Nose ring new. Makeup. Thought I'd try something different. All right. So you take your hanky, your bandana, whatever it is. Why do I do this? And you can fold it, you can rumple it, but it hangs out of your back pocket. All right. So here's the thing. All right. If you're flagging, okay. If you're flagging, you do so with a certain. He fixed it for me. Yay! I have no idea how, but thank you so much. Okay. What is it? Timothy, you're tonight's hero. Dude, message me. I'm going to hook you up. She's been trying to get on for weeks. So here's the thing. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. So the back right pocket. I don't know if I'm mirrored, but yes, I'm smacking my booty at you. The back right pocket is for bottoms, all right? That is the individuals that are looking to receive a certain type of affection, so shall we say. He's back there going like this, I'm the catcher. All right? And the left side is going to be for our tops, our dominants, our givers, he's doing one of these. It's a pitcher. There you go, not a batter. I mean, unless you're winding up with the paddle, bam, okay? That can apply too. Yes, affection, air quotes. So let's go over some colors. I don't know why this popped up first, but if you're going to flag and you put a red handkerchief or some type of cloth daddies. Yeah, there's a color for that too. But the red is for fisting. Okay, so yes. Gray is for bondage. All right, specifically some light play. Think 50 Shades of Grey style. Okay, the black, all right, is for heavy S&M. So if you want to get some crazy or get some bondage on, you use the gray or the black. Right if you're willing to receive, left if you want to be dishing it out, okay? Light pink is for dildo play. Dark pink is for booby torture. We don't yuck on anybody's yums here, but my chest area is like, ah! Okay. And green is for transactional. So green is one that when I was looking around is one that's avoided unless you are into some type of sex work, into some type of exchange for money when we're talking about this flagging, okay? Orange is down for anything. I'm going to have to go, get some orange handkerchiefs all of a sudden and just, whoop, whoop, out of all the pockets. And navy blue is for penetration, okay? So here's what I really want to say about flagging. This is fun, super cool. It's a whole language that could be going on around you. Didn't even notice, but it's very, very important how you approach this person. If somebody has a bandana hanging out of their pocket, it is not a good idea to point out said person, say, hey, you want to get fisted? Like, no. All right. We here, you and I, all of us, we've created a safe space where we can talk about this stuff. We're not going to yuck on anybody's yum. I'm not going to call you out in public, and neither is anybody else here. If they do, let me know. All right, I'll rip somebody open. It is very, very inappropriate to, shout it out in a public space. If you want to give somebody an acknowledging nod, hold their gaze, do all the appropriate flirting things, or discreetly walk up to said person and say, are you flagging? Cute, right? Do the little chin thing, the little eye thing. Are you flagging? Because if they are, oh, you get points for knowing, okay? If they aren't, they're going to be like, what are you talking about? Oh, never mind. I thought I recognized you from a different group or whatever. How are you? What's up? That sort of thing. But either way, you've just opened a conversation with somebody that you didn't know 2 minutes ago. All right. So there's that. Let's talk about some other ones. Okay. So also, if you are one of those really versatile switch people, you're not a giver, you're not a receiver, you're not a top, you're not a bottom, you're somewhere in the middle. Finding a way to wear a bandana like Scooby-Doo. What's the Scooby-Doo guy's name?
Shaggy.
No. Did Shaggy wear an ascot?
No, Fred.
Fred. Wear an ascot like Fred, all right? And wearing it around your neck can show that you are a switch. All right. Thank you. Ascot, look at, okay. Freddie. I should have known that all of you would know that. That was your jam, I guess. What was your go-to cartoon? I was a big Gargoyles fan, but I'm definitely a 90s kid and a little goth. So, there's that. So let's talk about that pineapple that Dory brought up. Dory was actually the one who taught me about this. I had no idea what this that this was a thing. Rugrats is a good one. I love that show. We just watched an episode with the kids. I gotta get the movies. I like the live action movies. Some of those were pretty cute. So I learned about the pineapple from Dory. So the pineapple, as a regular symbol, you see it a lot, especially in Florida, for example. You see a lot of weird shit in Florida, come to think of it. But the pineapple is supposed to be a symbol of welcoming, of friendship, of hospitality. So the pineapple has been adopted. So here's the thing. You see a pineapple on somebody's door. You see a pineapple sticker on somebody's car. Especially if it's upside down, that was not a mistake. Especially if it's upside down, that was not a mistake. That is a sign for Swingers. Sorry, I got distracted by the shower poofs. Shower poofs? Wait, hold on. Explain yourself. Shower poofs? Like loofahs? Whoop, whoop, whoop. What is that? Okay. But anyway, so upside down pineapples are a sign of swingers. Those are the individuals who have some sort of arrangement for extra marital arrangements with partners or individuals or watching, or every swinger relationship has different boundaries, different ways of handling things, okay? But in general, the pineapple is a symbol for that. Funnily enough, maybe it's just Florida, but the pink flamingos that people put on their lawns, yeah, that's a sign for swingers too. They cannot come up with enough symbols. They are like, we are here. We want the stuff. Come give it to us. We share. Okay. It's like a whole big thing. So flamingos and pineapples. If you want to make your shower loofah and pools for flagging, really wait. There's a rumor that rumors are that the thing you used is a flag on cars in Florida. I'm going to look that up. Oh my gosh, cars don't even have antennas anymore. Like, but I couldn't, like when cars had antennas, I could see you like looping a loofah on there. Loofahs are horrible for your skin. So, I mean, you might as well use them for something else. That's amazing because they come in every flippin' color. Remember, orange is for anything goes. Okay. So I want to touch on the piercings, okay? We talked briefly about piercings. So back in the 80s and the 90s, there was this concept, this idea that if a male fellow had his right ear pierced, that signified that he was a homosexual, that he was gay, that he was interested in members of the same sex, okay? So right ear. They even came up with a rhyme or a little whoop whoop whoop, a little ditty to help people remember. And it's terrible. It's terrible. When I saw this, I was like, wait, what? Left is right and right is wrong. I don't know about you, but them people in the 90s, and yes, I grew up in the 90s. I heard about the earring thing. I never heard that little phrase, and I'd have smacked a bitch. I mean, I was, really young because I'm not very old at all. But I still might have smacked somebody. Here's the thing. Piercings are not an indication of sexual preference. To the best of all my scouring on the interwebs, that's where all the information is nowadays, I could find nothing to support that this was ever accepted as a signal necessarily in the LGBT community. Nothing that said that this was a standard. Maybe because of its popularity, it picked up a little bit, but especially nowadays, piercings are not an indication of anybody's sexual preference, orientation, kink, vanilla, or otherwise. They are a form of self-expression. And every culture, almost every culture, has had some form of piercings, especially as part of their heritage. So septum piercing, facial piercings were tribal. They're Mayan, they're Aztec. Shakespeare had a freaking earring, for crying out loud, at least according to his portraits. So there was a 5,000-year-old frozen mummy who had an earring, okay? There's no signal necessarily going on here. Please don't assume anything because I went and got my nose pierced on the right side of my face, all right? I am not flagging you. If I'm flagging you, you'll know it because it's a giant piece of baby blue tissue paper. All right. I have another one for you. If you think of any along the way, please let me know. But this one in particular surprised the crap out of me. And I'll tell you what, my husband is the one that told me about it years ago, and I didn't believe him because I didn't want to believe him. Did you know anklets? Those cute little chains, the cute little chains you put on your ankle? Those are a form of flagging. They're sending signals out to people. What? Okay. Apparently, anklets had a very strong culture. They have been tracked and suggested back to ancient Egypt, but a lot of time, Middle East, they have certain symbols as to whether or not a woman is available or is taken. So as such, nowadays, oh, that's the whole make sure it's the correct ear that you pierce. Yeah, that's why that was such a big to do. There's so many pink pink flamingo decorations in Florida. What do? Go up to each door? So you find them a lot, especially at campgrounds. So if you think about it, at campgrounds, there's a lot of socializing going on. So a lot of times they'll decorate, out in front of their camper with a pineapple on the picnic table or a flamingo in front of the camper. And that's the couple that you're like, if you're interested, obviously you keep an eye on them. And when you have the chance to socialize, go for it. Or, if it's your neighbor, you could do that really classic thing of going and borrowing a cup of sugar. Okay, sorry. Depends on what neighborhood you're in. Yes. Plenty of cities around here that I'd be like, no, don't go knocking. All right. So the anklets are actually a sign of hot wife status. Yes. Okay. Who knows what hot wife is? Anybody? Please let me know if you know what this is. I'm not just talking some like sexy lady with the ring. Hot wife is actually a practice, a sexual practice that people take part in. So especially if worn generally on the right, that is where an anklet may be considered a sign of promiscuity, which, we welcome here. Promiscuous means you are just embracing who you are. Okay. If you got an urge, you're gonna follow it. And as long as you're being safe, we don't care. What's weird is that so many of these things are just normal things that anyone can get. I mean, my 6-year-old can buy an anklet over at, Walmart or Claire's or whatever. And these are just normal things that, they're sending these signals because as humans, we are striving for a way to let people know who we are and connect with somebody who knows. So Claire's, yep, exactly, Claire's. Let's see. So hot wife is a practice where a woman in a relationship is allowed to go and have interactions with individuals. individuals. All right. It can sometimes correlate with the guy not being allowed to do anything or the other partner not being allowed to participate, can only watch. It may or may not involve any of that, but hot wife means she hot and she free to go get some. All right. So that's the anklet. Now, I got 2 more for you. One of them is going to require I show you a picture. So I'm going to take my little agenda here. But did you know, and I thought this one was sweet. All right. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is absolutely adorable. That's kind of creepy though, when you know the other meaning and then you see kids being like, I love flamingos. Yes. My daughter asked me to buy one of those lawn flamingos the other day. And part of me wanted to because it was funny. And then I was like, maybe not the thing for our household. I mean, but it would be funny. It would be great. It would be awesome. Paw print tattoo. Wait, is that a sign for furries? I got really excited there. Sorry, like, what? Okay. So this one is really sweet. And violets are actually a symbol for lesbians. All right. And it comes from, what was it? Oh, Sappho. Sappho of Lesbos. Yes. Sappho of Lesbos was a person. She was like the Homer of the female world. She was a poet. She wrote erotic poetry. And a lot of it had to do with women on women love. It was romantic. It was erotic. It was saucy for the time. So, Sappho apparently has a poem that references these violets. So the exchange of violets between women specifically can be a sign of love or interest or affection. So yeah, Sappho of Lesbos. I I do not make this stuff up, okay? Lesbos is a place. It's a I want to go there if it still exists. I don't know. Anyway, someone into pet play or furries. Oh my gosh. How many people have gotten paw print tattoos, like a little bear claw or something, and they had no idea, dude? They are sending all sorts of wrong signals. That's hilarious. What if you did a paw print of your dog, right? Are you just saying that, like, I want to do some Paw Patrol play up in here? What is that? Love how sex positive and open this channel is. Yes, thank you. Well, hey, we cover everything from asexual to vanilla through to kinks you didn't even know existed. So I'm glad that you're here. The last symbol or signal that I want to talk about is interesting because, all right, it has a actual little symbol. And some of you may have seen this before. Do you guys know what this is? This is called a triskelion. All right, it looks like a yin-yang, but with 3 parts. Now, it is a known Asian origin symbol. I've actually gone to a martial arts studio that uses this as their logo and had a class called Playtime, and none of it was sexual. I was a little disappointed, but it was still a really cool place to be. Highly recommend it if you need to know about the self-defense class. It's free. Let me know. It's in Connecticut. I'll get you the information. So it's also in a lot of anime. Yes, exactly. And it does have a deep-rooted background, but it has been adopted by the kink and BDSM community. You'll find this on a lot of jewelry that is marketed towards kink and BDSM. And here's why. This is really interesting. So BDSM has 4 letters, but it actually stands for 3 things. It stands for bondage and submission. No, what am I? Yes. BD, sorry, bondage. Bondage and the D.
Domination.
Right, but domination and submission.
Dominant and submissive.
Dominant and submissive. And then sadism and masochism. Okay. The D was messing me up. I think it's because somebody said daddies earlier, and now I'm all hot up in here. I don't know. But it also goes with a lot of the other trios in BDSM. Who knows what SSC stands for? See? SSC. Who knows what that stands for? Also in a lot of anime. I didn't know you watched anime. I should know that about you, though. I should know that about you. So SSC. Now, this is something that you may have heard in conversation, but it stands for safe, sane, consensual. Now, there are new rules, not rules, there are new guidelines around consent, more than just being safe and sane, all right? And we'll talk about those another time, not a problem. But it also stands for top, bottom, and switch. So because of all the diversity that goes into BDSM, that's why the triskelion was adopted. It's been a while. I could watch for myself. Wait, are you talking anime or hentai? Girl, no shame. No shame. All right. In the kink world, there are a lot of symbols. The triskelion, you have things like keys. If you wear a key on a necklace, it could be because you're a key holder for somebody's chastity device, or just that you are a dominant type person. If you are wearing a collar, all right, that could be a sign that you are a submissive or masochist or any variation thereof, because gosh knows there are so many different types of dominance, so many types of submissives. Here's the thing. As with all of, I mentioned about the flagging, the same is going to be true for especially any kink, any swinger stuff that you find. This is not the opportune time to shout at the top of your lungs, hey, I'm a kinky brat too. No. I mean, I love my brats. I love you all, but there is a time and a place, and it is appropriate. It's totally okay to be curious and approach them. People wear things because they want them to be seen, because they're a form of self-expression. It is okay to one-on-one inquire, like, Hey, I like your necklace. Hey, that looks like, I mean, is that a necklace or is it, something else? That sort of thing. Absolutely cool. Touchy subject and you will have to do a live on. Yes, I will absolutely do a live on CNC. All right. That is a topic that we will have a warning for. CNC is even amongst the kink community, is considered hardcore. All right. So it is absolutely something that I'm not going to shy away from the topics that you present to me. And I'll tell you what, based on the popularity of the 50 Shades of Grey, the 365 days, I mean, there is smut galore that involves CNC. So there's obviously some fantasy about it, but it's when people choose to act out those fantasies is when CNC comes into play. And for some situations, for some couples, it's probably not the best way to go. But I love that you brought that up, because it's actually come up with a lot of my clients more and more lately. So it's gaining some more acceptance, I think. But we still want to make sure that we're careful about it. I'm not going to unload it on anybody like right here, right now. All right. So let's go ahead and let's pick a toy to show. Let's pick something. I mean, I could pull that out, but that looks really big. That might scare somebody. That might. Yeah, that one. It's pretty.
But we have smaller size.
We do have smaller size. I'll go with the medium one. Okay, we'll do the medium one. So, I mean, we're talking colors, we're talking flagging. I don't think I've shown this one yet. But what I have here is one of my favorite, just to look at. I actually keep it out on the shelf because it's beautiful. All right. What were the questions today? Oh, yes. Let me repeat the question. So the PG question is, what's your next big ticket item on your purchase list? Vacation, car, that sort of thing. Mine is I am planning a renovation on my kitchen and bathroom. And by answering these questions, I ask 2 questions every week. One's PG and one's XXX. You can answer none, one, or both. And every answer you give me gets you an entry into my monthly giveaway. PG, vacation, cruise. I love cruises. Only ever been on one. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. You want all your vacation included and you want to eat yourself till you have to eat yourself. Sorry. Nom, 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 nom. I mean, if you can, have that. But I mean, if you want to eat to the point that you roll down off the ship afterwards, they're great. I should join. And then the XXX question is, what is a form of self-expression, an accessory, a body part, a physical trait, any of that about a person that you find sexy? So yeah, my lovely little helper there has a thing for yoga pants and high ponytails, neither of which I really do. I can't even, what am I going to do? Am I going to Teletubby this up in here? No, Whoville. It's like a Whoville thing up in here. What is that? Does this turn you on? Is this sexy? Yeah. It's a gear shift. Okay. Anyway. All right. Let me show you this and then we will call it for the week. And I hope to see you all. Oh, by the way, I hope to see you all at the rope class. All right. October 20th. There are still some spots available. So you can buy tickets right at the event page on boink-ed.com. So BOINK-ED. So boinked.com. Okay. And then you click on events and the rope class is there available for you. Ooh, personality. That's a good one. Mine was tattoos, but I've been binge watching way too much Ink Master. So are you ready? I think I've built up suspense. I hate when they do that on movies or videos, but all right, check this thing out. All right. This is a plug for your behind, not an outlet. I mean, I guess if you want to call it that, but this is a plug for your behind. All right. It is metal. This thing is heavy. All right. Yes. But it is this gorgeous rainbow material. Now, metal, the reason that I did want to pick this is because the metal toys are fantastic in that They're hypoallergenic. They can be sanitized and played with all over the body. All right. And this one has a rainbow jewel. All right. So you part the cheeks and that thing's like wink, wink, wink. Okay. So this is the medium. All right. This is the large. They don't look too oh, okay. Hold on. Can I get a good? Yeah. All right. There we go. So medium and large, and there is a small, but it's packed up for me to take to show other clients. Anodized metal. Yes. Okay. Our society would do much better embracing sexual openness and being more open to sharing sexual experiences instead of keeping everything so taboo and being okay with all of this gun violence, right? We are willing to put things out there for our kids to play and see as far as the movies and the games and desensitizing them to violence. But goodness forbid they see a dildo. Like, what is that about, right? Like, I mean, come on. Like, okay, so maybe I offended one or two people there, but I did not just put this. I mean, if your brain went and made images out of that, that says more about you than it does about me. No. But that is so true. Part of what we look to do here is to take some of the taboo out. And I know I joke a lot and I try and lighten the mood about a topic that is handled really seriously, but underneath all of it all, it's about love and it's about acceptance. All right. And that is really the goal. So I love these butt plugs. They're beautiful. That's my little show for the evening. I'm being handed things, so I'm gonna do the last little. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment. We do need to get more subscribers so that I can go live from a phone instead of the laptop. Be a little bit more interactive that way. I'm going to be at Tommy's Tattoo Convention in October. It is October. What day is this? Oh, 14th through the 16th. I'm going to be there every day in October. The tattoo convention is amazing. It's where I've gotten some of my ink. Fabulous people. I'll be there. I mean, if you like tattoos, there's a lot of sexy ink to look at over there. And I'll be there. We can chat it up. So rainbow colors are definitely gorgeous. Yes. I'm so glad to have met you and your family. We are very, very glad you say that now. So glad I can finally comment. Just subscribed. Great work. Good luck. Thank you so much. All right. So the way I always sign off, very, very important, is thank you so much for being here. I hope this helps you get through the week. I will definitely see you next Wednesday. But in the meantime, the most important thing, all right, is to know that you're beautiful. So stay beautiful. I love you all. Have a great night. Mwah. Bye.